are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. The Midsummer Classic between the National League All-Stars and the American League All-Stars. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on MLB Network. I'll be joined in the booth by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, but before we turn to them, let's turn to the results of the fan voting for this year's All-Star starters. Final preparations being made on the field. We've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League Baseball All-Star Game on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 American League All-Star.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two men named by their managers to get the ball here to begin this All-Star game. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, that's what this guy, you'll find a picture of this guy. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now. Real solid pitcher, controls the running game, controls the strike zone, and more importantly, he knows how to get deep into the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. Solid pitcher, and he'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
All right, let's check out the American League All-Stars on defense. And let's take a look at catcher Wellington Castillo, putting the digits down, massaging this pitching staff through the game, and one of the above-average arms when guys try to steal on him.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The shortstop, Trey
He
Turner.
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he starts him out with a splitter for a called strike.
First pitch, 7:05.
The 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2, scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher now.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Good night for baseball all in all. Game time temperature 63 degrees. The 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark DeRosa, tell us a little bit more about this lineup.
Well, Matty, this lineup's going to have to find a way to score early. Get this pitcher uncomfortable, stay on the attack, get into the bullpen. That's the name of the game. They let this guy settle in. He'll breeze through 7 strong.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and the next hitter will be the right-handed bat of Anthony Rendon. Here's the first pitch to him, and this is low, ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
In is Christian Yelich. A ball and no strikes. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Now the 1-0 is taken, strike one. Rendon, base runner at first with one out. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
Batting fourth, from the Philadelphia Phillies, the designated hitter, Bryce.
So a runner at first here with two gone in the inning, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. First pitch of the at-bat, and he takes a cold strike. 0-1. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One hit, one left. It's the National League nothing. American Leaguers coming to bat. You're watching the Major League Baseball All-Star Game exclusively on MLB Network. Clayton Kershaw, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Clayton Kershaw, he just breathes different air than everybody else. The best pitcher in the game of baseball. Good fastball, good changeup, good cutter, and a terrific curveball. When you think about the Cy Young Award, he's always in the mix. He's good, he's strong, he's left-handed, and he's quite simply one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
All right, so here's how the National League All-Stars line up on D. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy has got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the lineup.
Here comes the second baseman, Jose Altuve, to get things kicked off in the home half of inning number one.
Baseman, Jose Altuve.
First delivery to him on the way. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. Blackman is there, and he has it for the first out. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. His lifetime numbers against Kershaw, he's gone just 2 for 13. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Here we go.
Now a breaking ball, but it's low. Count even now at 1-1. Lifted in the air to center field. Blackman is under it. 2 down.
From the Boston Red Sox, the designated hitter, JD.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, JD Martinez. Lined hard toward right center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and a strike to count. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Hey, down 0-2, he better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
Right side, hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
0-1 the count. Martinez at second. Judge on at first with 2 down. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss.
These are the moments right here. You got a good pitcher on the mound. You don't know if these opportunities are going to present themselves throughout the course of the game. You have to capitalize in this situation.
0-2. Here it is. Ripped down the line.
When you have 2 strikes on you as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Here's the 0-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network. Stepping in, Justin Turner. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The third baseman, Justin Turner.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that'll get on through into left for a leadoff single.
As a batter right there, that's exactly the pitch your eyes light up on. You know he's known for a nasty split finger, but he left that one thigh high, and the batter did exactly what he's supposed to.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Nobody out, runner on first. Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is on the move. He's there and records the first out.
All right, let's check out the American League All-Stars on defense. And can we please focus on Francisco Lindor, one of my favorite players in the game? Let's check a few boxes. Charisma, check. Switch hitter, check. Cannon for an arm, check. Hit for power, check. Enough said.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, and it's 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Line towards center field. But he'll close fast out there as he puts it away chest high, and the runner will be forced to head back to first.
Batting in from the Chicago Cubs, the catcher, Wilson Contreras.
So it's a runner at first with two gone. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher, Wilson Contreras. First pitch coming. Here it is. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Drilled on the ground to short. Backhanded. On to Altuve for the force out, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Striding in, Alex Bregman. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The third baseman, Alex.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
All right, so here's how the National League All-Stars line up on D. And manning the hot corner today, former comeback player of the year, Anthony Rendon. There's a different sound that comes off this guy's bat during batting practice. You can close your eyes and know it's Anthony Rendon hit. Also, soft hands and first step quickness, which is required at the hot corner.
Now at the plate, David Rosario, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty, one man out. Stays alive, still 0-2. Here's Kershaw with another 0-2. Fouled off. Here comes another 0-2. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. The 0-2 once more. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Now another 0-2. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. But this will land untouched. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
Batting eighth, from the Cleveland Indians, the shortstop, Francisco.
Now batting, Francisco Lindor. Will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and 1 strike. Kershaw is ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Hard liner, but picked up on the hop. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Here's Marcell Ozuna as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
The left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
From the stretch, split-fingered pitches in there for strike 1. Seared down the first baseline, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Turner.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trey Turner. First offering on its way, just off the outside, and it's 1-0. May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter, it's 1-1. One pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a 2nd time right here.
Grounder down the line at 3rd. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The next 1-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Under it is trapped, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, second baseman, Anthony Rendon.
In now is Anthony Rendon, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his 2nd knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Standing in now, Christian Yelich, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. The 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy. 0-2. So that was a good job to hold up right there.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. The 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. Rendon, the runner at first with 2 gone. Popped up. Lindor is there for it. And that ends the inning. 1 left for the National Leaguers. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score.
Ladies and
Jacob
gentlemen,
deGrom, the
your
6'4"
attention,
right-hander, comes in
Now
out of the
pitching
bullpen
for
to
the
do the
National
pitching.
League, number 48, Jacob deGrom.
So digging in now, Wellington
Leading
Castillo.
off for the American League, the catcher, Wellington Castillo.
First pitch on its way. A shot down the first baseline. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
And quickly, there are 2 away.
The center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
So coming to the plate, Mike Trout, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here's J.D. Martinez. On the move is Trout from first. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
He's set. The 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Hey, I thought he was going to work around him right here in this situation. But after getting 2 swinging strikes, there's a change of game plan. I guarantee he's going right after him.
0-2. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On now to the top of inning number 4. And we are tied 0-0. Justin Verlander, the 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound.
Number 35, Justin.
And now Bryce Harper. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And that misses 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Stepping in, Justin Turner. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Offered and missed. Here's the throw. And now two-base tag is there. He's out at second base.
Well, I'm not sure if he was going on his own or if that came from the dugout, but either way, he didn't give himself much of a chance with the lead he took. A bigger lead, and maybe he's in there safely.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
The 1-2. Still 1-2. The next 1-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Verlander is about as stingy as they come in terms of a bullpen arm. He's proven very difficult to hit, and it's a rarer thing still to see multiple hits against him.
Yeah, Matty V, and you wonder why it's so hard to score off of this guy. He's nearly impossible to get 3 or 4 hits in an inning to score a run. He keeps his walks per 9 innings is really down, and you look at his hits per 9 innings pitch, it's no wonder why this guy's one of the top relievers in the game right now.
Again, a 1-2. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Nothing doing there for the National League. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Aaron Nola, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Number 27, Aaron Nola.
Now in the box, Aaron Judge, a base hit in his first trip.
American League, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Goodness. 0-2 now.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He's clearly not picking up that pitch very well.
So he was confident doubling up. Does he triple up on it?
It's always tough to go back-to-back-to-back. It's not a good idea to show a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
And he chased it in the dirt. Contreras goes to get it, but no chance to recover. Judge is on at first after the strikeout. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Giancarlo Stanton now. He's set and the pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
The 0-1 pitch had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a line, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
And that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. No balls and a strike to count. Now the 0-1. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
Now batting, the first baseman, David Rosario.
Riding in once again, David Rosario. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Standing in, Charlie Blackmon hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. Hit on the ground to third. Bregman has it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The pitcher, 40, Wilson.
Digging in, Wilson Contreras. First pitch on its way from Verlander. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Oh, I love facing pitchers like this. He's leaving nothing to the imagination. Coming to get him some.
This is line to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
In now, Marcell Ozuna. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. Steven Strasburg takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
For the National League, number 37, Steven Strasburg.
With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit down the line at first. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, catcher, Wellington Castillo.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. His past numbers with Steven Strasburg, a number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They're getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and he fouls this one off. Strasburg, a right-hander going 6'5". He throws a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a slider, and a 2-seam fastball. No runs, 3 hits, no errors thus far for the American League. Here it comes on 0-2. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now back, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jose Altuve. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. No runs, 3 hits, no errors thus far for the American League. Line toward right center, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far, and the inning stays alive. It'll bring Mike Trout to the plate
Now
next.
batting, center fielder.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
First delivery to him on the way. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
No doubt this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. This is the time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
Strasburg with a check at first, and he's back easily. And another throw over, and they'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Altuve leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he popped him up. Here comes Yelich. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting, the designated
Hey,
hitter.
after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Into the box now, J.D. Martinez. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. AL leave a pair. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Carlos Carrasco takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 59, Carlos Carrasco.
in once again, Trey Turner. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
The shortstop, Trey Turner.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Therefore, it is Stanton, and he's got it for the first out.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Anthony Rendon.
So one away and a chance now for the second baseman, Anthony Rendon. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Oh, and 2. Here it is. Back up. Oh, no, that got him. For the first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco, he's only 2 for 10. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Ripped down the first base line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Harper behind with an 0-2 count now.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
And it's fouled away. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. On a line, that's a base hit. In with it is Stanton, and that's going to hold that runner at third base.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Standing in now, Justin Turner, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Nope. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is laid off of for ball number 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Sharp ground ball to third. And a sliding try, but it's through. A base hit. One run is scored. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Roll, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan. But when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to the plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
Stepping in now, Paul Goldschmidt, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ball and a strike. Turned on down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Center fielder, Charlie.
Ready for another shot now. Charlie Blackmon, 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Line drive to center field. Catch is made by Trout. Here comes the runner from 3rd. And not in time as the run scores.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Big spot here. 1st and 2nd, 2 men gone. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and 1 strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. It's the National League 3 and the American League nothing. Kyle Hendricks enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 28, Kyle Hendricks.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. He looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. Hendricks playing here in his age 29 season. He's got a sinker, a changeup, a 4-seam fastball, and a curveball. Now the 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Giancarlo.
Stepping into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
The windup and the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Matt Chapman will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Number 26, Matt Chapman.
Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. 7th inning coming up. It's the National League 3 and the American League nothing. Back here on MLB Network. National Leaguers leading this one as we get ready for the 7th. But first, let's have a look at our game summary for the first 6 innings. Matt Chapman is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play 3rd now.
Now playing 3rd base. Number 26.
James Paxton is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 65.
Ready now, Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
The left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
Omar Narvaez is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 22, Omar.
Here's the pitch.
Narvaez.
Hard hit toward the hole. And that's through into left. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice swing.
Adam Frazier will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Adam Frazier.
In there at the knees, strike 1. Now a ground ball for Altuve, could be 2. To second for 1, and that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Coming on as a pinch hitter is a tough spot to be in, but that's the last thing you want to do when your skipper calls on you. Not going to be happy about that.
Robinson Cano will get a shot here as a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the National League. Number 24, Robinson Cano.
And he popped him up. Chapman over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Stretch time here at Progressive Field. National Leaguers out in front, 3-0. Adam Frazier will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
For the National League. Now playing shortstop, number 26.
Robinson Cano will stay in the ball game now as he comes on to play second here. Will Smith gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Stepping into the box, David Rosario will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
All right, let's go.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. hard on the ground towards short. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make it out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Now a snap throw to first. Back in standing. The 0-1 delivery. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. And that becomes the first down of the inning.
The batter, the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Coming to the plate now, Omar Narvaez. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. Frazier swipes the tag on him, and he's out at second base. From the stretch. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Again, he sends it out of play. The 0-2 once more. Weak grounder back to the mound. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the National League 3 and the American League nothing. Lorenzo Cain is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Lorenzo Cain.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Look there at our all-star line score. The National League leading this one in the 8th over their American League rivals in a game that's certainly been an entertaining one to this point. Buster Posey will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. A ball and a strike. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
Manny Machado will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with 1 away.
Manny Machado.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And there's out number 2.
The batter, the first baseman, Paul.
Joey Votto will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away.
Votto.
Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Posey stands at second with 2 gone. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field, but that'll hit off the wall in left center. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
And you know, there's just so few places in the strike zone where you can keep this guy from hitting the ball hard. That really is not that bad of a pitch. Just a little bit down and away, but he's all over it, and he cashes in a run on the double.
In now, Charlie Blackmon, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Popped him up. Chapman in foul ground, and that ends the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the National League 4 and the American League 0. Lorenzo Cain will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
For the National League. Now playing right field, number 6.
Manny Machado is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now.
Number 13, Manny.
Joey Votto will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Joey Votto.
Sean Doolittle goes on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Sean Doolittle.
Digging in and looking for more. Jose Altuve, his career line with Doolittle. He's got a batting average of .444. He also has 1 home run. He's set and the pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Into the box, Mike Trout. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
The designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Now to the plate, J.D. Martinez. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
George Springer will come on as a pinch hitter.
American leaguers. Number 4, George Springer.
On a line, that's a base hit. So 2-out success means that Aaron Judge gets to swing it here.
Turn and burn, baby. He smelled that heater coming inside right there. Didn't do too much damage with it, but was able to get the head out and drive it for a knock.
Into the box now, Aaron Judge, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Blackman has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. American League strands 1. They trail here 4-0. Marcus Stroman enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Stepping up to the plate, Wilson Contreras. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at bat. Pedro Severino is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 20.
First delivery to him on the way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Fly ball right down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Stepping in now, Marcell Ozuna. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Lined hard toward right center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
The batter, the shortstop,
Nick Ahmed will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Number 13, Nick Ahmed.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Ozuna leads off first with 1 away. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
The batter, number 24, second baseman, Robinson.
Gene Segura will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first.
Gene Segura.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. A runner on first with two away. This is line to left. Stanton is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One hit, one left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. The NL leads it 4-0. Nick Ahmed will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
For the National League. Now playing shortstop, number 13.
Gene Segura will stay in the ball game now as he comes on to play second here.
Number 2, Gene Segura.
Edwin Diaz, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. So striding in, Giancarlo Stanton. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
And he's safe at first, so he's aboard on the drop third strike. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Digging in, Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
A runner at first with no outs here. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. And they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. A grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
Kenley Jansen takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 74, Kenley Jansen.
Digging in the switch hitter, David Rosario. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base pass, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead 0-1.
Spin and a throw back to second. Runners back. None out. Runners at first and second. hit Weekly back to the mound. To second for one. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play. Hold the right string that time, Skip.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Oh, and a great play to make the catch there, and with that fine play, the ball game is over.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in their face and salt this game away for his guys.
4-0 the score tonight. The National League rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Steven Strasburg is the winning pitcher of record. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious National League All-Stars, 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.